In the winter of 2018, a 6-man reconnaissance patrol from the Indo-Tibetan Border Police was dispatched to the remote Kangto Ridge, one of the least explored stretches of the Eastern Himalayas. Their mission was simple: map an uncharted corridor near the India-China border and identify new access points for high-altitude supply routes. They expected brutal cold, thin air, and endless silence. What they didn't expect was evidence of something that shouldn't exist. The patrol began its ascent from the small outpost of Sora, a village nestled deep inside Arunachal Pradesh. For decades, stories had circulated among the locals. Tales of strange cries echoing through the canyons, of silhouettes moving against the moonlit snow, and of enormous figures glimpsed only from a distance. The soldiers dismissed these stories as folklore. They stopped laughing the moment they reached the 900-meter mark. While setting up camp near a frozen glacial basin, the youngest member of the team, Constable Rakesh, noticed something peculiar. A long, perfectly straight line of impressions stretching across the valley floor. At first, he thought they were crevasse openings or collapsed snow pockets. But as the team approached, the truth became impossible to ignore. They were footprints, but unlike anything the men had ever seen. Each print measured nearly 1 meter in length, with a depth so profound that even the heaviest soldier couldn't replicate it by stepping beside it. The stride was unnervingly human, bipedal, evenly spaced, and stretching further than any man could walk in that terrain. Whatever made those tracks walked upright, and it walked with confidence. The team followed the trail for nearly a kilometer before it abruptly stopped at the edge of a sheer ice cliff, as if whatever creature made them had simply leapt across. That night, the wind howled through the basin, but between the gusts the men heard something else, a low, resonant rumble that seemed to vibrate through the glacier itself. Some described it as a growl. Others insisted it was a call, long and mournful, echoing from somewhere deep within the valley. Sleep did not come easily. The following morning, the patrol discovered that the snow around their tents had been disturbed. Not by wind, not by falling ice, by circles. Perfectly etched rings around each tent, like something had walked around them again and again, studying the camp. No footprints led in, no footprints led out, only circles. And then, just after sunrise, they found Rakesh's gloves lying outside the perimeter of the camp, half buried, still warm. Yet there were no prints, no drag marks, nothing. The team made the decision to abort the mission immediately and return to Sora. But during the descent, something followed them. They could hear it, always just beyond visibility, pacing them from above the ridgelines. Stones shifted, ice cracked, shadows moved against the snow. The last radio message from the patrol came at 14:37 hours. Movement on the north slope, not human, it's watching us. Only 5 men returned. Rakesh was never found. When senior officers reviewed the recovered footage from helmet cameras, they discovered frames where a colossal, blurred figure stood motionless in the distance. Nearly twice the height of an average man, shoulders sloping, arms elongated, watching. The Indian government never released the footage. Officially, Rakesh fell into a crevasse. Unofficially, the surviving men swear the mountains themselves were alive that day, and something ancient, something territorial, had woken up when they crossed into the wrong valley. Local tribes continue to speak of an old guardian that roams the highest ridges, a being that predates language, predates maps, predates humans. A creature they call Sharthung, the Silent Watcher. And if the patrol had not left the mountain when they did, the survivors believe none of them would have returned at all.